everyone, welcome to our channel Knowledge of Friends. Subscribe to our channel and click the bell icon for the latest update. आज हम लोग केमिस्ट्री की क्लास करने वाले हैं। केमिस्ट्री की क्लास की बात करते हैं तो 145 क्लास है। ऑलरेडी हमने 144th क्लास कर लिया है। तो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, अगर आप हमारे चैनल फर्स्ट टाइम देख रहे हो या अभी तक आपने हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया है, इट्स अ ह्यूज रिक्वेस्ट कि आप हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करो सो दैट हम जो भी वीडियोस डालें वो आपके पास सबसे पहले पहुँचे। एंड सेकेंडली, अगर आपको हमारा वीडियो अच्छा लगे तो प्लीज़ हमारे वीडियो को लाइक, शेयर और सब्सक्राइब करो सो दैट ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा लोग के पास वीडियो पहुँचे और ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा लोग इसका शेयर कर सकें। स्टार्ट करते हैं आज की क्लास के बारे में 145 क्लास में, जिसमें हम आज इक्विलिब्रियम की क्लास करने वाले हैं, जो कि आपका यूनिट 7 है। यूनिट 6 तक हम ऑलरेडी थर्मोडायनेमिक्स कंप्लीट कर चुके हैं लास्ट क्लासेस तक। अगर आप हमारा नहीं देख चुके हो तो प्लीज़ एक बार जाके प्लेलिस्ट के थ्रू जाके आप सारी प्लेलिस्ट 144th प्ले जो आपके वीडियोज़ हैं, क्लासेस हैं आपके, वो मिल जाएंगे प्लेलिस्ट से। इक्विलिब्रियम जो कि यूनिट 7 है, इन दिस फर्स्ट विल नो अबाउट कि सबसे पहले हम जानते हैं कि एक्चुअली में इक्विलिब्रियम होता क्या है। इक्विलिब्रियम जाने के बाद देन विल स्टार्ट विद इक्विलिब्रियम इन द फिजिकल प्रोसेस एंड दैट सॉलिड लिक्विड एंड लिक्विड सॉलिड एंड वेपर सॉलिड, सो ऑल दैट evaporation rule equilibrium we'll discuss about that. But before knowing this, we have to know about the equilibrium here. With a chemical equilibrium, that chemical equilibria are important in the numerous biological and environmental process. For example, if I'm taking the equilibrium here, that involving the O2 molecule and the process that is hemoglobin plays a crucial role in the transport and delivery of O2 from our lungs to our muscles here. Similarly, the equilibrium involving the carbon monoxide molecule and hemoglobin count to the toxicity of carbon monoxide. Where in the terms of, if I'm talking about the equilibrium here, when a liquid evaporates, if I'm talking about, so when a liquid evaporates in a closed container, molecule with relatively higher kinetic energy that escape the liquid surfaces into the vapor phase, and the nucleus of the liquid molecule from the vapor phase strike the liquid surface and are retained in the liquid phase as well. It gives rise to the constant of vapors that retain the liquid phase, and it does rise to a constant vapor pressure, that is because of the equilibrium, and in which the number of the molecules leaving the liquid equals to the number of returning the liquid to the liquid from the vapors. We see that the system has reached an equilibrium state at that time, at that stage. However, we can see that this is not a static equilibrium, and there is a lot of activity at the boundary between the liquid and the vapor. So thus at equilibrium, the rate of the evaporation is equals to the rate of the condensation. That may be represented as, if I'm talking about the equilibrium here, so we can just represent it at like H2O, जो कि हमारा that is in the liquid, हम normally एक liquid में देखते हैं, जो कि हम पीते भी हैं, पानी जिसे हम कहते हैं, and that can be it can evaporate, and that it can form H2O in the form of the evaporation as well. With regard of this, the double half arrows that indicates the process in both the direction that are going to be the simultaneously, and the mixture of that reactants and the products in the equilibrium state is called the equilibrium mixture here, जिसको हम equilibrium mixture भी बोलते हैं, equilibrium mixture here. And according to that, equilibrium can be established for the both physical process and the chemical reaction. The reaction may be fast or the slow depending upon the experimental conditions and the nature of the reaction. When the reactant is called the vessels at a particular temperature that react to give a product, the concentration of that reaction keep on decreasing, while those of product keep on increasing for the some time, and after which there is no change in the concentration of either of the reactant or the product. The stage of that system is called the dynamic equilibrium, and the rate of that as well as the reverse reaction that becomes equal. So it is due to the dynamic equilibrium, and the stage at there is no change in the concentration of the various species in the reaction mixture. So that is based on the extent to which the reaction proceed, the state of the chemical reaction. Here you consider the state of that chemical equilibrium in a chemical reaction may be classified into the three categories. Those were the three categories are, like, first will be the reaction that proceed nearly in the completion, and only the negligible concentration of that reactant are kept in some cases, like it may be not be even possible to detect there experimentally. This is the first case. And the second case we can talk about those reactions, the reactions in which only small amount of product are formed and most of the reactant remain unchanged at an equilibrium state. So that is the second, we can say that the second group here for the reaction. The third is the reaction in which the concentration of the reactant and the product are comparable, where when the system is in the equilibrium. तो जब भी equilibrium में होता है तो obvious सी बात है we can compare the reactant as well as the product. So in that same case, this is the third category, where the extent of that reaction in an equilibrium varies in the experimental conditions such as concentrations of the reactant, temperature, etc. And optimization of the operational condition is very important in the industry and the laboratory, so that the equilibrium is favorable in the directions of the desired product. And some important aspects of the equilibrium involving the physical and the chemical processes are dealt with in this, we are talking about, and the equilibrium involving ions in an aqueous solution which is called the ionic equilibrium, जहाँ पे आपके ions reactions में play करते हैं important, तो वहाँ पे हम उन्हें एक ionic equilibrium बोलते हैं. Now we know about many more things related to the equilibrium, but now we'll discuss the heading that is equilibrium in the physical state. What it does stands for equilibrium, जो कि आपके physical state process, physical processes में use होते हैं, and किस तरह से उसको होता है. Like the characteristic of that system at an equilibrium are better understood if we take some example of the physical process. Like the most familiar example is the phase transformation. Phase transformation process, this is also important, and you can see this in your day-to-day life as well. If I'm talking about the phase transformation, so here it is solid, solid से liquid में जाना, solid से liquid में जाना, it means like अगर आपके पास ice है तो ice को अगर आप room temperature पे रखते हो तो it will be goes as in the form of the liquid, and liquid से भी same solid. तो अगर liquid को आपने पानी को अगर आपने fridge में रख दिया है, refrigerator में रख दिया तो at some certain time वो ice बन जाता है, that it forms of solid here. Liquid से gas and gas से liquid as well as solid to gas and gas to solid. You have seen many of the examples related to these phase transformation process, which is also important, and even though you are also seeing day to day life here. Moving ahead, solid liquid equilibrium के बारे में जानने के लिए कि what is solid liquid and equilibrium here. Solid liquid equilibrium की जो solid liquid equilibrium enhance करता है, like ice and water kept in a perfectly insulated thermos flask, no exchange of heat between its content of its surrounding. तो आइस और वाटर को आप परफेक्टली इंसुलेटेड बोल सकते हो, क्योंकि अगर आप उसमें हीट चेंज नहीं हो रहा है, यू कैन जस्ट सी नो चेंज इन बिटवीन देम, एंड द एटमॉस्फेरिक प्रेशर आर So with regard of that atmospheric pressure are in equilibrium and state, and that the system shows the interesting characteristic feature. We observe that the mass of an ice and water do not change with time and the temperature remains the constant. However, the equilibrium is not static, as well as the intense activity can be noticed at the boundary between the ice and the water. Molecules from the liquid water collide against ice and adhere to it, as some molecule of ice escape into the liquid phase, and there is no change of mass of ice and as well as water, as we can say that the rate of the transfer of molecules from ice into water and a reverse transfer from water to ice are equal at the atmospheric pressure and 273 Kelvin as well. It is obvious that ice and water are in the equilibrium only at particular temperature, and the pressure for any pure substances of atomic pressure, the temperature in which the solid and the liquid phases are in equilibrium is called normal melting point at that time, and as well as or normal freezing point at of a particular substance. And the system here is in the dynamic equilibrium, and we can enter the following categorization, we can infer the following categorization that we had represented here as a solid liquid equilibrium. The first is both the opposing process occur simultaneously, दोनों occurring जो process है solid to liquid, liquid to solid, वो आपके दोनों simultaneously हो सकते हैं. Second is both the pressure occur at the same rate, दोनों का pressure जो है वो एक same rate पे occur हो सकता है, so that the amount of ice and water remains constant, कि वो जो जितना भी amount of ice या जितना भी amount of water है वो remain constant रह सके. With regard of this, if I'm talking about, so we have another one, that is your liquid vapor equilibrium. So liquid vapor equilibrium, in this case the equilibrium can be better understood. We can consider an example of the transparent a box that carrying a YouTube with a memory manometer, as I will be representing here with a diagram here, as well as that manometer, that drawing agent, like hydrous calcium chloride, for, or you can say that the phosphorus pentoxide is placed into the few hours in the box, and after removing that drying agent by tilting the box on one side slide, and watch a glass, or you can say that a petri dish, okay, that containing the water to quickly, and as well as a place inside the box, and it will be observed that the mercury level in the right limb of that manometer slowly increases and finally attain a constant value, and this is the pressure inside the boxes increases and reaches a constant value, and also the volume of that water in the watch glass that decreases, and initially we can say that there was no water vapors, or a very less inside the box, as water evaporated. The pressure in the box is increased due to the addition of the molecule into the gaseous phase, and inside the box the rate of the evaporation is constant. However, the rate of the increase in the pressure decreases with the time due to the concentration of the vapor into the water, as well as we can say that finally it leads to an equilibrium condition when there is no net evaporation. This implies that the number of the water molecules from the gaseous state and into the liquid state and also increases till the equilibrium it attains. That is further we can say that as I mentioned here, H2O जो कि liquid state में है वो H2O vapor state में भी जा सकता है, जो H2O vapor state में है that is also goes to the H2O, or in liquid state. So we can say that a rate of evaporation equals to rate of condensation. Okay, so this is equal, rate of evaporation is equals to rate of condensation, with a required of that at an equilibrium pressure exerted by a water molecules at a given temperature remains constant and is called equilibrium vapor pressure of that water, or just you can say that vapor pressure of that water. Vapor pressure of that water increases with the temperature, and the above what we had done experiment is repeated with a methyl alcohol, so acetone or the ether. It is observed that the different liquids have different equilibrium vapor that pressure at the same temperature, and the liquid which has the higher vapor is more volatile and has a lower boiling point. If we expose three watch glasses containing the separately 1 ml each of acetone, ethyl alcohol and the water to atmosphere, and repeat the experiment with different volumes of the liquid in the warmer room, so it is observed that in all such cases the liquid eventually disappear, and the time taken for complete evaporation depends on what I had mentioned as for the first one. And with reference to that, if I'm talking about that, first is that nature of the liquid. For that sake we can say that the nature of the that evaporation depends on like the nature of the or the nature of the liquid, as well as the amount of the liquid, and as well as the temperature when the watch glass is open to the atmosphere, and the rate of the evaporation remains the constant, but the molecules are depressed into dispersed into the large volume, that is dispersed into the large volume of a room, as a consequences of the rate of the concentration from the vapors to liquid state, and is much less than that of the rate of evaporation. So that, as I just told you, there are open system in that liquid state is much less than that of the rate of the evaporation, so they are open system, and it is not possible to reach the equilibrium in open system as well. So water and the water vapors are in equilibrium position at the atmospheric pressure we have atmospheric pressure is 1.013 bar, and at a degree of 100 degrees Celsius, that's the temperature in a closed vessel, and the boiling point of that 100 degree is 1 point at 1.013 bar pressure. For any pure liquid at an atmospheric pressure 1.013 bar, the temperature at which the liquid and vapors are at the equilibrium is called boiling point of that liquid, and it totally depends upon the atmospheric pressure. Boiling point of a liquid depends on the altitudes and of that place. At high altitude, the boiling point decreases. With regard of that, we will talk about the third one, that is solid vapor equilibrium. And in the reference to the solid vapor equilibrium, if I'm talking about, so let us now consider the system where the solid sublime to vapor phase, and if we place solid iodine in a closed vessel, after some time the vessel gets filled up with violet vapor, and the intensity of the color increases with the time, and after certain time the intensity of the color becomes a constant, and at that stage equilibrium is attained. Hence solid iodine sublimes to give the iodine vapor, and the iodine vapor condenses to give the solid iodine. So the equilibrium can be represented in that case, that is I2, that is solid जो कि है, and that goes to the I2 vapors form में, और vapor है अगर तो that it goes to the solid form here. Okay, so this is VOUR vapor here. And with regard of that, अगर हम बात करते हैं other examples that showing that kind of equilibrium, we can say that about the camphor that is in the solid state, and it will give the vapor in the camphor in the form of vapor, and that same for this camphor is in the vapor state, and it will goes to give the solid state here. The another example, that is NH4 Cl that is in the solid state, it will give the NH4 Cl in the vapor state, and as well as NH4 Cl that is in the vapor state, it will goes and give to NH4 Cl that is in the form of the solid state here. So with regard of that solid vapor evaporate equilibrium that we were discussing here. So here we'll discuss the equilibrium involving the dissociation of the solid, or you can say that the gases in the liquid. In reference to that, we'll start discussing about the solids in liquid here. Solids in liquid, this is the first equilibrium involving the dissolution of the solid or the gases in the liquid, that we can say that here, that we know from our experience that we can dissolve only a limited amount of the salt or a sugar in a given amount of water at room temperature here. So if we can say that if we make a thick sugar syringe solution by dissolving the sugar at a higher temperature, the sugar crystals separation out if we cool the syrup to the room temperature. We call the saturated solution when no more of solute can be dissolved in it, and it at a given temperature. The concentration of the solute is saturated solution depends upon the temperature, and in a saturated solution a dynamic equilibrium exists between the solute and as well as molecules in the solid state and in the solution as well. So here the sugar solution here, and that gives the sugar solid here, and sugar solid से sugar solution में भी जाएगा, that is in the solids and liquid here. The rate of the we can say that here the rate of dissolution of sugar is equals to rate of crystallization of sugar. So with respect to that here, that is the equality of the two rates of the dynamic nature of the equilibrium has been confirmed with the help of the radioactive sugar. If we drop some radioactive sugar here into a saturated solution of the non-radioactive sugar, then after that sometime radioactivity has been observed, and both in the solution and in the solid sugar. Initially there were no radioactive sugar molecules in the solution, but due to the dynamic nature of the equilibrium, there is an exchange between the radioactive and the non-radioactive sugar molecules between the two phases. we between the two phases, if I'm with that what I had told you about, the ratio of the radioactive to the non radioactive molecules in that solution increases till it attain it a constant value. This is all about what solid and liquid, that is equilibrium involving the dissociation of solid. And now we'll discuss about the gases and liquid here. So here that is gases and liquid. With regard of, if I'm talking about the equation here, before that you have to know what is gases and liquid in reference to the equilibrium that is involving the dissociation of gases and liquid. So when a soda water bottle is opened, some of the carbon dioxide gases evolve in it, fizzles out rapidly, and the phenomena arises due to the differences in the solubility of the carbon dioxide at a different pressure, and there is an equilibrium between the molecules in the gaseous state, and the molecules that is dissolved in the liquid that is under the pressure, that we can just write it out like a carbon dioxide that is in the form of the gases here, and that goes towards it carbon dioxide in the that is in solution. And that's for the vice versa, we can say that that carbon dioxide that is in solution, it that gives and that forms a carbon dioxide in the form of gases here. With regard of that, we can say that the equilibrium is governed by the Henry's law. This equilibrium has been governed by the Henry's law, and Henry's law states that which states that the mass of a gas dissolved in a given mass of solvent at any temperature is proportional to the pressure of the gas above the solvent here. तो बेसिकली क्या होता है कि कोई भी जो स्टेट आपका जो मास ऑफ गैस है वो डिजॉल्व होता है एक गिवन और मास ऑफ सॉल्वेंट में एक पर्टिकुलर टेम्परेचर में, तो वो प्रोपोर्शनल होता है उस प्रेशर के जो कि गैस सॉल्वेंट की गैस में प्रेजेंट रहता है. With regard of that, if I'm talking about with the extension of this, the Henry's law, this amount of the decrease with the increase of the temperature, the soda water bottle is sealed under the pressure of the of a gas, which it's when it's a solution in the water is high. As soon as the bottle is opened, some of the dissolved carbon dioxide gas escapes to it and reach a new equilibrium condition, and that requires or lower the pressure as well, and that namely it's a partially pressure here and in the atmosphere. This is how the soda water in bottle, when left or open to the air for the some time, and that turns a flat. It can be generalized that we can say that with reference to that, for the solid and liquid equilibrium, there is only one temperature, that is a melting point at 1 atm, that is I had told you about 1.013 bar, at which the two phases can coexist, and if there is no exchange of heat with the surrounding, the mass of the two phase remains the constant. If I'm talking about the liquid to vapors equilibrium, so yeah, either vapors to liquid, the that equilibrium, then the vapors pressure is constant at the given temperature, and for the dissociations of the solids in liquid, the solubility is constant at the given temperature. And for the fourth one, that we can say that the dissociation of that gases in a liquid, the concentration of the gas of the liquid, that is proportional to the that pressure concentration of a gases over the liquid. And these observation would be recognized here in the table, that what we had made it here. And with regard of that, here we'll discuss about the process, and there we have a conclusions here. In the process one, liquid to vapors and vapors to liquid, and liquid से vapors और vapors से liquid here. So liquid से vapor और vapor से liquid की हम बात करते हैं, तो liquid में H2O लिया है, and that it goes to the vapors form and it forms H2O gas only, and at same for that vapor से liquid जा सकता है. For the conclusion, if this PH2O that constant at a given temperature here. With regard of the solid to liquid and liquid to solid, there H2O solid जो है आपका H2O liquid में convert होता है, and H2O liquid जो है वो H2O solid में ice के form में भी convert हो सकता है, and that is melting point is fixed at this constant pressure here. With regard of the solute to solid to the solute solution here, with reference to the vice versa, it goes to the inversely proportional, and that is directly proportional कि solute से solute और solution में, और solution से direct solute solid में, and that is sugar जो solid थी वो sugar solution बन जाता है, sugar solution जो है वो sugar solid भी बन जाता है. Okay, and the concentration of that solute in the solution is constant at a given temperature. That what conclusion we had made here. With regard of this, we'll discuss go further. Here in the gas goes to the gas aqueous also, and gas aqueous also goes to the gases here. So gas aqueous divided by the gases only, and that is constant at a given temperature here. With referring to that, we can just say that gas जो आपका है carbon dioxide जो आपका दिख रहा है यहाँ पे, that goes to the carbon dioxide aqueous, and the same for the carbon dioxide aqueous goes to the carbon dioxide in the form of the gases here. So carbon dioxide that is in the form of the gases, it goes towards the carbon dioxide gas that is in the form of the gases here, is constant at a given temperature as well. Where now we'll discuss more further with this, that is general characteristics of equilibrium and equilibria involving the physical process. For a physical process that we had discussed, that following characteristics are common to this system in the equilibrium. So the first is equilibrium is possible only in a closed system at a given temperature. एक closed system है जो कि पूरी तरह से बंद है, चारों तरफ से पांचों ऊपर से भी नीचे से भी हर जगह से साइड बाय साइड वो बंद है, तभी आपका इक्विलिब्रियम वहाँ पे कंसिस्ट करेगा, तभी एक पर्टिकुलर टेम्परेचर पे वहाँ पे इक्विलिब्रियम आपको देखने को मिलेगा. दिस इज द कैरेक्टरिस्टिक ऑफ द इक्विलिब्रिया दैट इन्वॉल्व्स द फिजिकल प्रोसेस. The second one is both the opposing process occur at the same rate, and there is a dynamic but stable condition. यहाँ पे ये दोनों जो opposing process है ये आपके अक्कर एक साथ हो सकते हैं, सेम रेट पे हो सकते हैं, पर ये थोड़ा डायनेमिक होते हैं और ये स्टेबल कंडीशन में भी रहते हैं. थर्ड इज ऑल मेजरेबल प्रॉपर्टीज ऑफ द सिस्टम रिमेन कांस्टेंट. जितने भी मेजरेबल प्रॉपर्टीज होती हैं सिस्टम की, सब के सब आपकी कांस्टेंट रहती हैं. फोर्थ इज when equilibrium is attained for a physical process, जब equilibrium आपका physical process के लिए attained होता है, it is characterized by the constant value, या आपका constant value से characterize करता है one of its parameters of a given temperature. The fifth is the magnitude of such quantities at any stage indicates the extent to which the reaction has proceeded before reaching the equilibrium here. तो ये जो मैग्नीट्यूड होता है आपके सच क्वांटिटीज़ का, तो वो आपका एक इंडिकेट करता है कि एक्सटेंट ऑफ रिएक्शन जहाँ पे आप आगे प्रोसीड कर सकते हो रीचिंग फॉर दैट इक्विलिब्रियम हियर. नाउ विल डिस्कस द इक्विलिब्रियम इन अ केमिकल प्रोसेस दैट इज डायनामिक इक्विलिब्रियम हियर. तो इक्विलिब्रियम जो केमिकल प्रोसेस में हम देखने को मिलता है, अभी तक हम फिजिकल प्रॉपर्टीज़ के रेफरेंस में बात करते हैं, हम डायनामिक इक्विलिब्रियम के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं. Before going through with the equation here, we'll go through with some of the things that we have to know related to the equilibrium in the chemical process, that is dynamic equilibrium here. With regard of that, analogous to the physical system, chemical reaction also attain a static of equilibrium. These reaction can occur both in the forward and the backward direction. When the rate of the forward and the reverse become equals to the concentration of the reactant and the product remain constant, this is the state that the chemical equilibrium. This equilibrium, we can say that the dynamic in nature, as it consists of forward reaction in which the reactants give a product, and a reverse reaction in which the product gives the original reactant. For a better comparison, we can say that for consider a case that is the reversible reaction. This is the reversible reaction here. Okay, so with regard of that, a plus b gives c plus d, or c plus d gives a plus b. This is what we had discussed here. And after that, with this passage of time, there is an accumulation of the product c and d, and the depiction of the reactant a and b here. This led to the decrease in the rate of the forward reaction and increase in the the rate of the reverse reaction. Eventually, we can say that the two reactions occur at the same rate, and the system reaches a state of an equilibrium that I will show you with the help of a diagram or with the help of a graph also. And where similarly the reaction can reach the state of the equilibrium even if we start with only C and a D. So if that is no A and B belongs to the present initially, and that as an equilibrium that can be reached from either directions as well. In the reference of this, if I'm talking about, so where the dynamic nature of the chemical equilibrium can demonstrated in the synthesis of the ammonia by the Haber's process, and in a series of the experiments, the Haber started with known amounts of the dinitrogen and the dihydrogen maintained at a high temperature and a pressure, and at regular intervals determined the amount of the ammonia present, and he was successful in determining also the concentration of the unreacted dihydrogen and the nitrogen as well. With this we can say that that the graph will be following seeing in the next coming what we had discussed about that after a certain time of the composition of a mixture that remains the same even though some of the reactants are still present, and this constancy of the composition indicate that the reaction has reached equilibrium. And in order to understand the dynamic nature of the reaction, that synthesis of the ammonium is carried out with exactly the same starting condition, we can say that of partial pressure and the temperature, but using that D2, that is a dinitrium in a plane of H2, and the reaction that mixes start either with H2 or a D2 here, and that reach the equilibrium with the same composition except the D2, and that is of ND3 if I'm talking about, that are present instead of the H2, that is that are present in the NH3 that we had talked about. And after the equilibrium is attained, there are two mixtures that we had talking about, and for that reference we will discuss some of the equation as well. And with regard of that, there are the dynamic equilibrium activities that the student has also done with reference to this. So that I will discuss, if you said so I will discuss that activities as well here. And with regard of that, if I'm talking about, so the depiction of that equilibrium of the reduction that we will discuss here, that as in the form of the equation here, that is N2, that is in the form of the gases, and that plus 3H2, that is also in the form of the gases, and that goes to the form 2NH3 here in the form of the gases. We can see that 2NH3 that gives 3H2 and N2 here. With regard of that, if I'm talking about here the H2, N2 and NH3, and that is D2, N2 and DN3 and D3, and that are mixed together and left for a while, and later when this mixture is analyzed, it is found that the concentration of the ammonia is just the same as before. And however, when the mixture is analyzed by the mass of the spectrometer, it is found that the ammonium and the deuterium contain forms of the ammonia, that is NH3 and NH2 to D here, and NHD2 and ND3, and the dinitrogen dihydrogen, and the deuterated form of the H2 and HD, and that is D2, and that are present of course. And thus we can see that that conclude the scrambling of H and D atom in the molecules must result from the continuous of the forward and the reverse reaction in the mixture. And if the reaction had simply stopped when they reached equilibrium, then there would have no mixing of the isotopes in this way. So we can say that. So here we'll discuss a graph here. This is concentration versus time. This is the state of equilibrium which we'll discuss, that is the attainment of the chemical equilibrium here. This is the blue graph that is shows the COD, and this is the reddish that showed the A or B. This is the graph with respect to the concentration with respect to the time, and here with respect to the time and the concentration it will be, and that is forms an equilibrium condition, that is the attainment of the chemical equilibrium here. With regard of this, another graph, as you can see, this is a depiction of the equilibrium for the reaction here, and here this is versus molar concentration versus time here. This is for the ammonia, that is the product that we formed with the equation, that is NH2 and dihydrogen dinitrogen is this from the tilted, and then it's got straight, and it is from the zero start with and become a constant. And for this also that it goes towards and downward, and then it is going to be straight and constant here. This is a depiction of the equilibrium for the reaction. With respect to that, use the isotope dinitrium in the formation of the ammonia, that is clearly indicate that the chemical reaction reached to the state of the dynamic equilibrium, in which the rate of the forward and the reverse reactions are equal. There is no net off to the composition, and as well as the equilibrium can be attained from both the side, whether we start reaction by taking H2 that is in the form of gases, and N2 that is also in the form of the gases, and get NH3 that is also in the form of gases, what we had written, and by taking those equation decomposing into the N2 gases and the NH2 that what we had written here is all about what I will be writing out N2 that is in the form of the gases, and plus 3H2 जो कि मैंने अभी बताया था equation, and that will be giving, and that will be giving is your 2NH3 in the form of the gases. And for that we can say the vice versa, we can say that 2NH3, this is in the form of the gases, it gives N2 gas plus 3H2, and that is also formed in the form of the gases here. With regard of that, we say that similarly let us consider the reaction, that is H2 gas and I2 gas. This is another equation we can discuss here. H2 जो कि gas form में plus I2 जो कि gas form में, and it will gives you 2HI, that is in the form of the gases here. And if we start with the equal initial conditions here, so we can say that so here with regard of that, if we start over the equal initial concentration of H2 and I2, and the reaction proceed in the forward direction, and the concentration of the H2 and the I2 decreases, while the HI increases. Yeah, so until all these becomes the constant of the equilibrium, so we can say that for the HI, that is alone to make a reaction and the proceed in the reverse direction, and the concentration of HI will increase will decrease, and the concentration of the H2 and the I2 will increase until they all become the constant. And when equilibrium is reached, so if the total number of the H, that is hydrogen, and the iodine atom are same in the given volume, the same equilibrium mixture is obtained, whether we start it from a pure reaction or a pure product here. With this we'll discuss one of the graph here, and that is also an important. This is the concentration, this is an equilibrium with respect to the time as well. This is the time here, this is the equilibrium as been mentioned. This is for the first half, it will be that is H2 and I2, the other half is H2 and I2 here. And with regard of this is also in HI, and this is also in HI. This is with respect to the time and the concentration, and it forms an equilibrium here. With regard of this is a chemical equation in the reaction, that is of H2 gas plus I2, and that is give the 2I HI, and that can be attained from either the directions here. So where it will be forming H2 in form of gases plus I2 in the form of the gases, and it will give U2HI and the form of the gases here. So this is what it is represented. So with respect to that, we will discuss more further, that is the law of the chemical equilibrium and the equilibrium constant here. Here for the law of the chemical equilibrium and the equilibrium constant, if I'm talking about, before starting with the equation, we have to know some of the things. That a mixture of the reactions and the product and the equilibrium, that is state, is called equilibrium mixture. And in this we'll discuss the number of the important question that is related to what the relationship between the concentration of the reactant and the product in the equilibrium mixture. And even though with related to that, I will think of it that determining the concentration of the initial concentration, and what factors that to be explained toward the composition of the equilibrium mixture here. So for the last starting in a particular, we can say that choosing for a condition that is synthesized of industrial chemical, as that is we have taken H2 and H2, and it is your calcium oxide, that what we had taken here, and that is H2, and we had taken NH3 here, and that is calcium oxide here. And of course with regard of that, we have taken to answer these, let us consider a general reversible equation that we have taken. This is your A plus B that gives C plus D, and C plus D that gives A plus B. This is a reversible reaction, as I told you before also. Okay, and with regard of that, where A and B are the reactant and the C and D are the product in the balanced chemical equation. On the basis of these experimental studies of many reversible reactions, that is now we can say that a Norwegian chemist, that is Cato Maximilian, that is Gullberg, and the Peter Weige proposed in 1864. Those two has proposed that the concentration in the equilibrium mixtures are related by the following equilibrium equation, and this equation is that is Kc, and that is of CD, and that is A of B. That I will tell you about कि like यहाँ पे जो Kc है, that is an equilibrium constant here. This is equilibrium constant. And with regard of that, this and the expressions on the right side, this is called equilibrium constant expressions. Equilibrium constant expression. regard of that, we can say here that the equilibrium equation is also known as the law of the mass action. So here this is equilibrium equation. We can say that this is also known as the law of mass action, that because in the early days of the chemistry the concentration was called active mass, and in order to appreciate their work better, let us consider the reaction between the gases, that is H2 and then I2, carried out in the scaled vessel at 731 Kelvin, and this is the Kelvin temperature 731 Kelvin पे उन्होंने लेके चला था इसको H2 और I2 के reverse में. तो the equation we have is that they have taken you at 731 Kelvin here, that is your H2, that is in the form of the gases. This is of 1 mole here, and this is plus I2, that is in the form of the gases, and that is also 1 mole, and that gives 2HR, that is in the 2 mole here. With regard of this, if I'm talking about that 6 sets of experiments are verifying the initial conditions and was that performed starting with the gases, that is of H2, and then we have I2 in the scaled reaction vessels in the 4 experiment, that is 1 2 3 4, that has been done, and we will discuss here also in the form of the table here. And only the HI in the other 2 experiment, that is your 5 and 6 experiment, that is 1 to 4, that were performed taking different concentration of the H2 and or you can say I2, and with this with the time it is observed that the intensity of the purple color remained constant and equilibrium was attained. Similarly, we can say that the experiment of 5th and the 6th, the equilibrium was attained from the opposite direction, and the data obtained from all the 6 sets of the experiment are discussed here in this table here. Okay, so we'll go with this table, and then we'll discuss more further here with regard of this, and that is a table, that is experiments number this 1 2 3 4 5 6 that we had told about कि हमें 6 experiments हमने किए. Initial concentration per mole and later inverse में जो यहाँ पे था ये H2 की गैस का initial था, ये I2 की गैस का initial. So here H2 gases, I2 gases, and the HI gases has been given here, and for that equilibrium concentration mole inverse here, that has been given for the H2 gas, I2, and then HI gas here. This is for the first one. For experiment we'll discuss before it will be for the H2 is 2.4 into 10 to the power 2, and for I2 it will be 1.38 into 10 to the power minus 2, and for the HI that is 0. And for that H2 here, that is after that we'll have 1.14 into 10 to the power minus 2. For I2 it is 0.12 into 10 to the power minus 2, and for HI it is 2.52 into 10 to the power minus 2. For the second experiment for H2 we have here is 2.4 into 10 to the power minus 2. For HI2 it is 1.68 into 10 to the power minus 2, and for HI, that is gas, that is we have 0 here. For H2 we have after equilibrium concentration, that is your 0.92 into 10 to the power minus 2. I2 we have 0.20 into 10 to the power minus 2, and for HI we have 2.96 into 10 to the power minus 2. For the third experiment we have here 2.44 into 10 to the power minus 2. For I2 we have 1.98 into 10 to the power minus 2, and for HI that will be 0. For H2 here 0.77 into 10 to the power minus 2. I2 के लिए है 0.31 into 10 to the power minus 2, and for HI we have 3.34 into 10 to the power minus 2. For the fourth experiment we have 2.46 into 10 to the power minus 2 for H2, and for I2 we have 1.76 into 10 to the power minus 2, and for HI we have 0. H2 for this is 0.92 into 10 to the power minus 2, 0.22 into 10 to the power minus 2, and HI that is 3.08 into 10 to the power minus 2 here. For the H2 we have 0, for I2 we have 0, HI के लिए 3.04 into 10 to the power minus 2, H2 के लिए 0.345 into 10 to the power minus 2, and for I2 that is 0.345 into 10 to the power minus 2, and for HI we have 2.35 into 10 to the power minus 2. For the sixth experiment we have for H2 that we have 0, for I2 we have 0, for HI that is 7.58 into 10 to the power minus 2, H2 के लिए 0.86 into 10 to the power minus 2, and I2 के लिए 0.86 into 10 to the power minus 2, and for HI that is 5.86 into 10 to the power minus 2. With regard of that, if I'm talking about, so here will the data obtained from all the six sets of the experiments are as we had gone through it. That is, it is evident for the experiment for 1, 2 and 3, 4 that the number of the moles of the dihydrogen reactant is equals to the number of moles iodine reactant, and that is a half of number of the moles of HI formed. And that is also experiment with 5 and 6 indicate that H2 that is gives in the form of the gas, that is an equation, and that gives equals to I2 that is in the form of the gases here. So here, with regard of that, knowing the above fact, in order to establish the relationship between the concentration of the reactant and the product, 7 combinations can be tried, and let us consider with this, that is HI of the gases is slashed by H2 of the gases, and that gives the multiply of the I2 here. It can be seen that for the next table, that if we put the equilibrium concentration of that reactant and the product of the expression, it's from the constant. However, if we consider that HI of the gases, that is slash H2 of the gases, and multiply by I2, you find that this expression given a constant value, as we will discuss in the next table. And in all the 6 cases, it can be seen that it is an expression power of the concentration of the reactant and the product, and that are actually equals to the stoichiometric coefficients of the equation for the chemical reaction. Thus, for that reaction, we can say that H2 plus I2 that gives 2HI. We had discussed many more time. For that, we have that Kc, that is HI of G, and that is upon H2 of G, and then I2 of G. Generally, the subscript of EQ that used for the equilibrium here, and that is omitted from the concentration terms, and it has been taken to granted that the equilibrium value. We therefore write the subscript C indicates that of Kc is expressed in the concentration of the moles at a given temperature. The product of the concentration of the reaction product raised to the respective stoichiometric coefficient is a balanced chemical equation divided by the product of the concentration of the reactant raised to their individual as well as the stoichiometric coefficients has a constant value. This is known as the equilibrium law, or law of the chemical equilibrium, that is small a capital A plus small b capital B, and that gives to the small c and capital C, and plus small d and capital D, and vice versa, small d capital C plus small d and capital D, that gives small a capital A plus small b and capital B here. This is the experiment numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 here, and that is H of I upon H2, and then I of that what I had told you many times, and that is HI of gas ka this EQ stands for the equilibrium here. This is a square upon H2 of gases and I2 of gases here. For the first experiment, for this, that is 1840. For this we have 46.4. For second experiment, 1610, and that is 47.6. For the third experiment, 1400, that is 1400, that is 46.7. For the fourth experiment, 1520, and that is 46.9. 1970 for the fifth experiment, 46.4. And for the sixth experiment, 790, and that we have 46.4 here. In the case of this, we can say that where we have an equation with a reference to that, and that will be equilibrium constant for the reverse reaction is inversely the equilibrium constant for the reaction is to be in the forward reaction. That what mean is the equilibrium constant for the general equation, that what we had learned here, and that you can see this is the general equation for that equilibrium constant for the general reactions here, that is expressed by, we can say that that is expressed here, that is of Kc equals to C of C, and a D of small d, and then the slash by that is capital A, and then small a, and then capital B, and that is small b, and where A, B, C, this were in the brackets, that are equilibrium concentrations of the reactants and the product, and equilibrium of the constant of that reaction. We have a reactions here that we can write it down as you can see, that is 4 that is NH3 of the gases form, and plus 5O2 in the form of the gases, and that gives that is 4NO gas plus of 6H2O in the form of the gases here, that can be written by that is a Kc here, and that is equals to NO, this is 3, then H2O, here we have written 6, so we'll go with 6 slash NH3, NH3 में यहाँ पे लिखा है 4, so we'll have 4, and then O2, and then O2 के लिए we have a 5, so we'll write 5. So molar concentration of difficult species is indicated by the closing between the square brackets and that mentioned above. So it is implied that these are in the equilibrium concentration, while we're writing the expression for the equilibrium constant, that is a symbol of phase of 1, and that is represented by the G as a generally good. Let us write an equation constant for the reaction that we will be having as H2 in the form of gases, and that will be plus I2, and that is of the gases here, and that gives to HI here in the form of the gases here. With regard of that, if हम इसकी बात करते हैं तो we'll find out the Kc here, that is of HI, and this is of HI, and that gives a 2 here, and that is slash of H2, and then I2 here is equals to X. So the equilibrium constant for the reversed equation for the another one कि जिसमें आपका ये 2I पहले आएगा, that is reactant, तो मैं ये लिख के दिखा देती हूँ 2HI, and that is equals to we can say that 2HI that gives in the form of the gases here, that gives, and as well as it reverse it out, and that will give H2 in the form of the gases plus I2 in the form of the gases here. So that is the same temperature. For this we will be finding out the Kc is your this is Kc dash क्योंकि Kc है, so this will be the H2, and this is will be the I2, and that gives Hi का whole square here, and that will be 1 upon X, and that is equals to 1 upon K here. So the Kc will be equals to 1 upon Kc. So here Kc dash equals to 1 upon Kc here. So for that we had written that equilibrium constant for the reverse reaction of that inverse of the equilibrium constant, and the reaction is to be in the forward direction here. With regard of that, if we change the stoichiometric coefficients of the chemical reaction by multiplying toward the factor, then we must make sure that the expression for the equilibrium constant also reflect that energy. And for example, if the reaction for this we can write it on another equation here, that will be the half of H2 in the form of the gases, then plus half of I2 that will be in the gaseous form, and that will give Hi in the form of the gas. The equilibrium constant of the above reaction we can say write it down like Kc double dash, क्योंकि हमें यहाँ पे ये double dash किया हमने, Kc double dash that will be the Hi, and that is slash of H2 here, and that is of half, and then I2 that is of also half. So we can just write it down x half, that is equals to Kc, and that is 1 upon 2 here. So this is what we will be finding on, or multiplying the equation this over by n, so we'll get. So when we are multiplying with n, so what we'll get is n that is of H2, and that is of gaseous state, and plus Ni2, and that is of also gaseous state. It will give to NHI here, and that is also in the form of the gaseous state here. So therefore the equilibrium constant for the reaction is equals to the Kc of double dash, and these findings are summarized. We will talk about the table here, and that it should be noted that because of the equilibrium constant Kc, and that and of the Kc dash have different numerical values, and it is important to specify the form of the balanced chemical equation when questioning about the values of that equilibrium constant, and that table we have here. So here we can see the table at the represent the chemical equation, and this is an equilibrium constant here. With regard of the chemical equation and the equilibrium constant here, the small a and the capital A plus small b and the capital B, that gives the small c and the capital C plus small d and the capital D as well. So and vice versa, that is small c and capital C plus small d and capital D, that gives small a, capital A, and plus small b and the capital B, and the equilibrium constant will be the K here. For the next equation, that is for the vice versa, that small c and the capital C plus small d and the capital D, and that gives that is small a and capital A plus small b and the capital B as well. And for the same case, that small a and the capital A plus small b and the capital B gives small c and capital C and the small d and the capital D, and that gives k dash C, that is equals to half of k C, जो कि अभी मैंने भी फाइंड आउट करके आपको बताया है. Here for that, when we are multiplying for n in the equation, so n small a capital A plus and small b capital B, that gives n small c capital C and plus n small d and capital D, that for the same vice versa, that k double C dash is equals to k at n of C here. Now we'll solve the question here. The question we have is the following concentrations were obtained from the formation of NH3 and from N2 and H2 at equilibrium at 500 Kelvin. N2 दिया है 1.5 into 10 to the power minus 2 m, and then H2 दिया है 3.0 into 10 to the power minus 2 m, and NH3 दिया है 1.2 into 10 to the power minus 2 m, and you have to calculate the equilibrium constant here. With this, so the equilibrium constant for this reaction, we have N2 plus 3H2, and that is of the gases. It gives here that is 2NH3, the gas that can be written as like a Kc equals to NH3, and in the form of the gases here, so it will be the twice of 2, and that what we had written here. NH3 के लिए 2 है तो यहाँ पे power 2 लगेगी, and then we have N2, and that is in the gases form, and that will be your H2 in the form of the gases state, and that will be the 3, क्योंकि यहाँ पे H2 में 3 लिखा हुआ है. फर्दर सॉल्विंग अगर हम इसको लाइक सॉल्व करेंगे तो विल पुट द वैल्यू NH3 के लिए जो दिया है इन्होंने 1.2 into 10 to the power minus 2 का होल ट्वाइस इन पावर ऑफ 2, and then we have upon N2 के लिए दिया हुआ है 1.5 into 10 to the power minus 2 and 3.0 into 10 to the power minus 2, and then whole thrice. And we solve this, we'll get Kc equals to 0.106 into 10 to the power 4, जिससे हम values point variable करके 1.06 and into 10 to the power 3 here we can write it down. And for that, we have solved this, and now we'll move with another question here, and that is the last question of the session for this. This is the another new question, that an equilibrium, the concentration of N2 is 3.0 into 10 to the power minus 3 m, and O2 is 4.2 into 10 to the power minus 3 m, and NO के लिए 2.8 into 10 to the power minus 3 m, and is scaled walls at 800 at Kelvin. What will be the Kc for the reaction? The reaction is N2, that is in the form of the gas, plus O2 in the form of the gas gives 2NO, and that is reversed to 2NO gives O2, and N2 in the form of the gases here. With regard of this, if I'm talking about, so what we will do is, for this reaction of the equilibrium constant Kc can be find it out like Kc equals to NO and then twice जो कि दिया हुआ है यहाँ पे. Okay, you can just gone through with upon N2 and then O2. Okay, so with regard of that, N2 जो N2 आपका है, sorry NO जो है उसके लिए दिया है 2.8 into 10 to the power minus 3 m का whole square upon, that is 3.0 into 10 to the power minus 3 m, and that is 4.2 into 10 to the power minus 3 m here. For this, we'll be solving it out, we'll get to 0.622 as answer, and this will be the right answer for this question here. With regard of this, if I'm talking about, so we had completed unit 1, unit 2, unit 3 and unit 4, and as well as unit 5. अब हम जो कर रहे हैं ऑलरेडी unit 7 कर रहे हैं, तो unit 6 7 हमने already कर रहे हैं. So here for the first unit, some basic concepts of chemistry में हमने importance of the chemistry करा है, nature of matter, properties of the matter, and then a measurement, uncertainty of measurement, laws of chemical combination, Dalton's atomic theory, atomic and molecular masses, and mole concepts and the molar masses, percentage, compositions, and stoichiometry and the stoichiometry calculations. उसके बाद यूनिट 2 हमने स्ट्रक्चर्स ऑफ एटम किया है, जिसमें हमने किया है सब एटॉमिक पार्टिकल्स, atomic models development leading to the Boas models of atoms, Boas models for the hydrogen atom towards a quantum mechanical model of the atom, and then quantum mechanical model of atom. Here we will discuss that. In the unit third, we had done a classification of elements and the periodicity and properties, that why do we need, you know, classify elements, genesis of the periodic classification, modern periodic table law, and the present form of the periodic table, as well as nomenclature of the elements with atoms number, atomic number that is greater than 100, and electronic configuration of elements and the periodic table, and electronic configuration and the types of the element, that is S block, P block, and D block, and F block here. Then after that, periodic trends in the properties of element, that what we have to we have discussed about it. एंड आफ्टर दैट अगर हम बात करते हैं तो हमने इसके साथ साथ हमने यूनिट 4 भी डिस्कस किया है. यूनिट 4 के रेफरेंस में भी यूनिट 5, यूनिट 6, यूनिट 7 एंड सो ऑन. सो यूनिट 4 की अगर हम बात करते हैं तो केमिकल बॉन्डिंग एंड द मॉलिक्यूलर स्ट्रक्चर, Carson's Lewis approach in the chemical bonding, ionic and the electrovalent bond parameters, the valence shells, the electron pair repulsion, whisper theory जिसे कहते हैं, valence bond theory, then hybridization, molecular orbital theory, bonding in the some homonuclear diatomic molecules, hydrogen bonding that we had discussed in unit 4. Unit 5 में states of matter में intermolecular forces, thermal energy, intermolecular forces versus thermal interactions, the gases state, the gases law, ideal gas equation, kinetic molecular theory of the gases, behavior of the real gases and deviation from the ideal behavior, liquefaction of the gases, and then liquid state we had done. Unit 6 में हमने thermodynamics discuss किया, जिसमें thermodynamic states, applications, measurements of delta U and delta H calorimeter, enthalpy change, and delta R of H reaction, enthalpy for the different types of reactions, spontaneity and Gibbs energy, and the change of the equilibrium that we had discussed here. In the unit 7, we had started discussing about equilibrium in the physical process, equilibrium in the chemical process of dynamic equilibrium that we had discussed, law of the chemical equilibrium and the equilibrium constant, homogeneous equilibria, heterogeneous equilibria, and then application of the equilibrium constant, relationship between the equilibrium constant K, that is relation quotient, reaction quotient, and the Gibbs energy, that is G. Then factors affecting the equilibria, ionic equilibria in the solution, acid, bases, and salts, ionization of the acids and bases, and buffer solution, solubility, equilibria, and sparsely soluble salts. So वो सब हमें नेक्स्ट क्लास, कमिंग क्लास में हमें डिस्कस करना है. सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, अगर आप हमारे चैनल फर्स्ट टाइम देख रहे हो या अभी तक आपने हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया है, इट्स अ ह्यूज रिक्वेस्ट कि आप हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करो, सो दैट हम जो भी वीडियोस डालें वो आपके पास सबसे पहले पहुंचे. एंड सेकेंडली, अगर आपको हमारा वीडियो अच्छा लगे तो प्लीज़ हमारे वीडियो को लाइक, शेयर और सब्सक्राइब करो, सो दैट ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा लोग के पास वीडियो पहुँचे और ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा लोग इसका यूटिलाइजेशन भी कर सकें. Thank you. Hope you enjoy this video. If you like this video, please give a thumbs up and give a suggestion on a comment box. Thank you.